Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the linkage, linked genes, crossing over and recombination. So linkage, it is a tendency of two or more genes to remain together in the original combination on the same chromosome during the process of inheritance for generations. What do you mean by linkage? It is the tendency of the genes to remain in the same combination when they are present on the same chromosome. That is called the linkage. And linkage, then linked genes. Linked genes, these are the genes which are situated on the same chromosome and they lie in a linear sequence. Now let us see, you have seen that the chromosome structure you have studied. Fine. So chromosome structure you have studied and the genes are present on the chromosomes. Fine. And you know that the genes are present, similar kinds of genes are present on the homologous chromosomes. So here what will happen, the genes are present on the same chromosome. They may be present closer together or they may be present far away from each other, and they are present in a linear sequence. They are present in a linear sequence. So the inheritance of such genes which behave as a single unit and they will get inherited as a single unit generation after generation, that kind of inheritance is called linkage, and the genes which are present on the chromosomes are called the linked genes. Fine. And linkage are of two types. There are two types of linkage, that is complete linkage and incomplete linkage. Complete linkage, when two genes are placed close to each other, when two genes are placed close to each other, such genes are called as complete, such a linkage is called as complete linkage, and they will get inherited together. Like let me take the example here, chromosome, and the genes are present very close together, and during meiosis when the crossing over will occur, it must cross the place which is present between these two for the recombination variety, which usually will not take place in a complete linkage as the genes are present very close together and they will get inherited as a single unit generation after generation. So this kind of linkage is called complete linkage, and here the parental varieties are more. Parental varieties, usually the progenies will be of parental varieties. Fine. And new variety, recombinant variety rarely occurs. So here new varieties will not occur, and in the nature it is very rare. Rarely occurs. Rarely new combinations arise. New combinations arises, or new characters you can say. What is the other type of linkage? Other type of linkage is incomplete linkage. In the incomplete linkage, the genes are located far away from each other. They are located far away from each other, and during the crossing over, the chromosomes will get crossed and they will get separated. The genes will get separated, and here the chances of separation of the genes are more. That is, more recombinant varieties will occur here in the incomplete linkage. That is, more recombinant varieties. Recombinant varieties occur. So this kind is called incomplete linkage. Let me repeat once again. Linkage, it is the tendency of genes, two or more genes, when they are present close together on a same chromosome, they will get inherited as a single unit generation after generation, and this is called linkage. And linkage for the first time was observed by T.H. Morgan, that is Thomas Hunt Morgan. Thomas Hunt Morgan. And linked genes are those genes which are present on the chromosome, on the same chromosome, may be closer together or far away from each other. Such genes are called as linked genes. And linkage is classified into two types. Linkage is classified into two types, that is complete linkage and incomplete linkage. Complete linkage means here the genes are present close together. The genes are present close together and the chances of separation of these genes during crossing over in meiosis is very rare. So in such cases, the appearance of new varieties are very rare. And next one is the incomplete linkage. Here the genes are present far apart from each other. Far apart from each other, it will allow the chances of separation during the crossing over. It will allow the separation of genes during the crossing over, and here the appearance of recombinant varieties will occur. That is, the new recombinant varieties will occur in incomplete linkage. So it will contribute to the evolution, that is, as the new characters will appear, it will contribute to the evolution. So about these concepts, the information was given by Morgan. Morgan and his experiment, let us read now through experimentally how he proved about the linkage, linked genes, complete linkage and incomplete linkage. If the genes are closer together, then the chances of separation are very less. If they are far away from each other, then the chances of separation of genes are more. Now let us see Morgan's work. Now let us study about the Morgan, that is Thomas Hunt Morgan and his experiment. See, Morgan, he worked on a fruit fly and he worked in Colombia and he is famous for his experiment. See, Morgan, he selected fruit fly which is Drosophila melanogaster. He selected fruit fly for the following reasons. That is, they are easily reared under laboratory condition on a simple culture media. If you keep the banana, if you peel off the banana and keep it in the laboratory, or if you keep a simple sugar media, the flies will grow. That is, on a simple culture media, the fruit flies can be grown in any of the laboratory. So growing is no problem, and they have a very short lifespan, that is 10 to 12 days of lifespan, and in 1 year we can study many generation. And then a single mating of the fruit flies will produce hundreds of progenies, that is large number of progenies we are going to get, and sexual dimorphism is present. Both male and female sexes can be identified very easily. They have got the externally visible characters, and then it has got 4 pairs of chromosomes. It has got 4 pairs of chromosomes. Among them, 3 pairs are the autosome and 1 pair is the allosome. And the sex chromosomal pattern, that is allosomal pattern, is same as that of the human beings, that is XX for female and XY for male. The chromosomal pattern is same as that of the human beings. So these are the characters that why Morgan has selected, or you can say reasons for selecting fruit fly as his experimental material. Now, because of all these convenient characters, because of all these good characters, it is a best experimental material in genetics. So, Drosophila melanogaster is also called as Cinderella of genetics. It is also called as Cinderella of genetics. It will be asked for 3 marks in the theory exam. So let me just repeat. Thomas Hunt Morgan, he worked on fruit fly in Columbia laboratory, and he is famous as the father of experimental genetics. That is, he is also called as father of experimental genetics. And you know, for his work and the proposal of linkage, he got Nobel Prize. He is a Nobel Prize winner. He got Nobel Prize. Fine. So why did Morgan selected Drosophila for his experimental work? You have to know the reasons. So Drosophila can be reared very easily in the school or college laboratory on a simple culture media. I told you, even on a sugar media we can grow the fruit flies, and then a single mating can produce hundreds of progenies. That is, availability of large number of samples for the experiment is no problem, and its lifespan is 10 to 12 days. 10 to 12 days, within 10 to 12 days it is going to complete its lifespan. So one can study many generations in 1 year, and here sexual dimorphism is clearly marked. We can identify male and female, and then it has got only 4 pairs of chromosomes. It has got 4 pair of chromosome. Among them, 3 pairs are the autosomes, which will control the body characters, and 1 pair is allosome. A pair of allosomes are sex chromosome, and the sexual pattern is same as that of the human beings. XX represents female and XY represents male. Because of all these characters, it suits best for the genetic experiment. After his study only, the scientists started using the fruit fly for their experiment. So because of all these characters, Drosophila is called Cinderella of genetics. And Morgan followed the same experimental procedure as Mendel followed. Morgan followed the same experimental procedure as Mendel followed, and for the monohybrid he got the same result as the Mendel got. Like, first he did monohybrid crosses. By taking one character, like body color. If we select body color, eye color, body color, he got brown. Here in the Drosophila, brown and yellow is there. Brown and yellow. Eye color, red and white. So here the natural varieties are called wild varieties, and which are dominant. Natural varieties are called wild varieties, which are dominant, and among them he observed some of the mutant varieties which appeared due to the mutation. When he worked by taking single character, he got the result as that of the Mendel. Like in the monohybrid, phenotypic ratio he got 3:1, and genotypic ratio he got 1:2:1. So there is no variations in the result. But when he worked for 2 characters together, when he did dihybrid cross in the Drosophila, the results were deviated from normal Mendel's result. What is the phenotypic result of a dihybrid ratio? What Mendel got? 9:3:3:1. But the same result Morgan did not get. So suppose if the Mendel would have selected the different combinations, then he would have not proposed the law of independent assortment. He is lucky that he selected the characters, the 7 characters which he selected, they did not show any linkage. For that he proposed the second law, that is the law of independent assortment. Otherwise he would have not proposed that second law. We can say he is a lucky. Now let us see how Mendel performed dihybrid cross. Now let us see the Morgan's experiment. See, Morgan, when he performed monohybrid cross, he came to know that the eye color and the body color, they were the genes which will control these two characters were present on the sex chromosome. So the characters which are present on the sex chromosome and they will get inherited along with the sex chromosome are called sex linked genes, and the characters are called as sex linked characters. So those characters Morgan selected. So I told you that the natural varieties which occur in the nature in large amount are called wild varieties, and the one which will occur in after mutation, he got a new varieties which are called as mutant varieties. Now here he selected two characters for dihybrid cross, that is body color and the eye color. In the body color, two colors were there, like brown body and the yellow body. So here Morgan did not use the capital letter of the dominant or the wild character. Just to avoid confusion, he used the small letter of the mutant variety Y, and he added plus sign to the wild variety to indicate the dominancy. So it will avoid confusion. So what did he took? He took the small letter of recessive or mutant character and he added plus to the wild variety. So the yellow body gene is indicated by Y and the brown body gene is indicated by Y plus. Likewise, eye color in the Drosophila. So the wild variety is the red one. Among many red, he observed few white varieties, I told. Now the red variety, red eye color and the white eye color. So these controlling genes, the genes which will control the eye color were indicated by W for white, which is a mutant variety, and W plus for the red variety. So these are the genes and characters which Morgan selected for dihybrid cross. Now parent, he selected the pure line parent, that is wild type male he selected, and I told you wild is the dominant one and it is the natural variety. So here the brown body color and the eye color, red eye color is the wild variety, that is brown bodied red eye male he selected, and females were of mutant variety, that is they were of mutant variety, yellow body with a white eye. So these genes, I told you that they are present on the sex chromosome. So we drew here the chromosomes. So let me take here centromere and two genes which will control the body color and the eye color, and they are present very close together. Let me write like this. So first let me write the body color. It is the wild variety. That means it is Y plus and W plus. That is brown body, red eyed, wild male. And here he took the mutant females. What do you mean by mutant females? They were having the yellow body with white eye. Yellow body with white eye. So as usual, let us draw the centromere and the genes. That is yellow body, Y, white eye, W. So yellow body, white eye, that is homozygous variety he selected, and he made a cross between these two varieties, and here these are the parental variety, these are the parental variety. Then F1 generation, F1 generation. So in the F1 generation, you already know that all the males, they receive their X chromosome from the mother. They receive their X chromosome from the mother. Let me write here X chromosome, that is Y and W. And now all the females will receive one X from the father and one X from the mother. Now let me write. Here we have to draw the centromere and genes. Y plus W plus Y W. Now when you see the progenies of F1 generation, all males were having yellow body with white eye. Yellow body with white eyes. And all the females were having brown body with red eye. They were having brown body with red eye. So all the F1 progenies, in the F1 progenies he got yellow and white males, yellow body with white eyed males, and females were having brown body and red eye. So this is the F1 progeny. These are the results of the parental cross. Now what is the third procedure, third step in the Mendel's experiment? That is selfing of F1 progenies to get the F2 generation. Morgan also did the same. That is, to get F2, he selfed the F1 progenies. He selfed these F1 progenies. Now let me write the gametes. You know that the gametes are haploid. Now let me write the gametes here. Gametes. So F1 so first we wrote male, let me write male, were crossed with the female, F1 female. So as usual we have to draw the centromere. Centromere we have to draw, and then the genes which are present on the chromosome, that is Y, W, and here the wild type is present, Y plus and W plus, and here Y and W. And I told you that the plus sign will indicate the wild variety and wild is the dominant one. Automatically the dominant character will get expressed, I told. Let me write the gametes. See gametes here, the male will give the gametes. In NCERT the gametes are not shown, directly the progenies are shown. Sometimes it leads to confusion. Let me show you in detail the gametes and then the crossing, how we will do in Mendel's experimental, Mendel's experiment. Like his crossing we will follow here. It will become easy. So here let me write the, here male will give, 50% of the gametes will carry X chromosome and 50% will carry the Y chromosome. Fine, no problem here. So 50% will carry X chromosome and 50% will carry Y chromosome. And let me write here the gametes of females. So here so let me write gametes down. Afterwards I will show you. So these are the male gametes. Let me write here. Let me take it as a rough work. Afterwards I am going to rub this. Fine. Male gametes, female, gametes. Let me write. You have to understand this properly, then you will be understanding the chart easily. So Y plus W plus YW. So this is the female. So gametes. So here you will get 4 types of gametes. How? Let me say you. So let me draw the centromere for all. So the structure of chromosome you have studied in first year as well as in the second year you are going to study in coming period under the heading molecular basis of inheritance. Fine. These are the genes. So Y plus W plus YW, and here you know that during the formation of the gametes, meiosis will take place. And during the meiosis, gamete formation occurs through meiosis. Fine. Gamete formation occurs through meiosis, and you know that during meiosis crossing over will occur. So during crossing over, the chromosomal segments will get cut and again reattached. That is, detachment and attachment of chromosomal segment will take place, and thus we are going to get the recombinant chromosomes in the gametes. That is, in the parental variety after the crossing you will get recombinant varieties in the progenies, that already you have learned. So what is crossing over? It is the exchange of chromosomal segment during meiosis 1. Fine. So during crossing over, what will happen? The crossing over of these chromosomes, like let me just draw here. Suppose that these genes are present here. The crossing over, when it takes place, these genes will get separated. So in one combination, Y plus and W will be there, and in another combination Y and W plus will be there. Fine. That is, the genes got recombined here, and brown body with white eye color gene you will get on one chromosome, and yellow body with red eye on the other chromosome. Thus we will get 4 types of gametes for the female. So these 4 and these 2 we have to draw in a column and rows, then we will get the F2 varieties. Now let me just explain you this much. See, Morgan, when he did the experiment, he came to know that the body color and eye color controlling genes were present on the X chromosome. They are sex linked characters. What do you mean by sex linked characters? The characters which are controlled by the genes which are present on the sex chromosome. Fine. So that those type of characters these are. And here Morgan selected the homozygous parent. He selected pure line parent as Mendel did. That is, he selected wild type male and mutant type female. In the wild, brown body color and the red eyes were there, and in the mutant, yellow body and white eyes were there. So we have indicated these genes on the sex chromosome. If we write X and Y, it will become problem for us to show the genes. That is why diagrammatically we are representing, and like this only it is there in the book. So here male Y plus and W plus we have indicated, and for the female Y and W we have indicated. And F1 progenies, in the F1 all males were having yellow body with white eye, and all the females were having brown body with red eye. So this F1 progenes are selfed among themselves to get the F2 generation. So in the F2 generation, the F1s were selfed. So here the males will give the 50% of the gametes which were having X chromosome, and the 50% of the gametes were having the Y chromosomes. Fine. So females all are it will give the similar kinds of gametes. All the gametes were having X chromosomes only, but the recombination of the genes is different because of the crossing over. And you have studied what do you mean by crossing over. What is crossing over? It is the exchange of chromosomal segment during the meiosis. Thus, here we will get 4 types of gametes with different genotypic combination, like 25% were having Y plus W plus, another 25% were having YW, and another 25% were having Y plus and W, and another 25% were having Y and W plus. That is these two were the results of crossing over. These 2 types of genes which got recombined is the result of crossing over. And during the chiasmator formation, the chromosomes will fall on each other and they will get detached at the point of cross, and again they will get reattached. Thus, you will get these 2 kinds of chromosomes. So, let us cross this in next period. Fine.